Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be using the Kawasaki ZX-7RR RM right here in the magnificent Chinese track of Macau. But first, we need to see the livery for this week's challenge. Sergio, let's see it! And here it is! Another terrific livery made by our very good friend Sergio. Beautiful retro colours for this absolutely classic motorcycle. Few DrAce liveries in there as well. The number 12 representing the week 12 of the challenges that we're on. And you know what? I cannot wait to see this bad boy in action. So let's crack on. So here we are in Macau in the terrific track. I know what you're thinking, guys. You're thinking, oh my goodness, really? But yes, we're doing it. We're finally doing Macau. I've wanted to do this time trial challenge for quite a while. I know you guys aren't so much a fan, but I really am. And I do feel like the Aces have the potential to make a ridiculously fast lap time. So I'm going to say I wanted to do this for a while, and I'm pleased we're finally doing it. There's got a terrific livery and terrific suit to go with it, so why not let it fly and let's just absolutely go for it. Do not be deterred, do not be put off, do not be disheartened. We can do Macau together. If I can set in some fast lap times, then I know you guys can as well. You guys can follow my lines, you can use my Ghost on PC. You have the advantage. I've done the donkey work, I've put in the fast lap times, and I cannot wait to show you how we get on here. But I'm going to say it, brake early. It's the best advice I can give you. If you're going to be getting used to this particular track, brake early, take your time with it, don't rush things. It's a difficult track, yes it is, but it's also not that long. It's about 2 minutes 20-ish, so it's not too bad. It's certainly not the Nordschleife or the Northwest 200, for example. It's not full of long straights as well, it's full of nice, short shifting corners. It's really good. I'm impressed with this track. You know I love this one. And this combination of this motorcycle makes this track really easy to navigate. Now I've done quite a couple of laps on this bike in previous races. I've done a lot of laps in this track with different bikes. And I've got to say this is one of the best ones. Using the medium front and the medium rear currently, as you can see the medium front is already taking a bit of a battering. So I'm probably going to be changing it to the hard later on. But we'll see what we can do for the time being on board the medium as we bump into the wall there, ruining this brilliant livery by Sergio. I can see Sergio already shaking his head as he watches this screen. He's like, oh god, that's going to cost me a bit. But for the time being, we're still on board the motorcycle and we're still on a very fast lap, so not too bad. We are going to beat the lap time that was given in the leaderboards, which I'm guessing you've seen. I didn't even pay attention to what the lap was. I sort of just forgot. And I've forgotten again, actually, so we'll see when we cross the line. I know it already beats the lap time because we beat it by a good 4 seconds or something like that. I do believe it's 2:27. But I'm pleased to say that a 2:23.146 in one lap is a bloody good effort. Now, I'm not going to lie to you as well. There was a few instances where I had to restart. I'm not impervious. I've not literally put on this track and just done it in 5 laps. Here, I did bump the wall a couple of times going in and out of the corner. Now I will mention this because I've mentioned it a lot of times before, and it was even mentioned in my Monster Energy Supercross game. The collisions in this game aren't great. You can be super close to a wall, but you know you haven't touched it, and it'll still chuck you off. So be careful of that, and the best thing I could say is just keep well away from the walls. I'm a rider who likes to use as much of the track as possible. I like to go really wide on the exits of corners, use the rumble strip, use all of the track to push you around. But of course in Macau it's difficult, it's very tight. The wall we just passed there, this wall to your right, this wall to your left on the exit. A lot of tight, narrow parts on this Macau circuit. I mean, to be honest with you, the entire track is tight. It is really tight, it is really narrow, so just be careful, take your time with it, and then just enjoy the experience, because once this Kawasaki ZX-7RR is moving, it doesn't half shift, it moves extremely well. I'm very pleased with it. I'm super glad I chose this bike as well, because I do believe there's a faster bike on the actual time trial or in the leaderboards. So I'm pleased that we went for this one, because I'm good to see a Kawasaki on here as well. I did realise in the last video that I had not done a Kawasaki yet. Somehow that had happened. And I think most of my supporters on YouTube are Kawasaki fans. So I don't know how that didn't happen. So of course, if you're a Kawasaki fan, this hopefully will encourage you a little bit more to jump on board this challenge. But I do get your frustrations with Macau because it is a difficult track. But just take your time with it. Just enjoy the experience. I do hope you all do take on board my bits of advice and do enjoy participating in this particular challenge. Because, of course, I've got many more suggestions to do. But I just felt like we haven't done a truly difficult one. So we get really close to the wall there and end up bumping it. There's more paintwork gone off, and there's more paintwork for Sergio to repair. But I do feel I have been doing a lot of shorter tracks as we slide into the glass corner there. Beautifully done, sliding it like Casey Stoney used to do, and Marco Melandri. But I'm good to see a difficult, sort of longer track on the spectrum for us today. So now going into the left-hander here, oh my goodness, I can't tell you how many times I've bumped that wall, or even this exit. The same with the next couple of corners coming up. But we did actually go into the pits and change the hard front and the hard rear. It was well overdue. I don't know what my potential's going to be. I do hope for a 221 rather. But we'll see how things progress in this one. Of course, we are behind the Ghost, or just ever so slightly, as we break in about the 200-metre marker, going into turn 3. Get ready to flick it left for turn 4. Beautifully navigate. Careful of this bump here. That bump can really catch you off guard. Pay attention to the acceleration in the bottom right corner of your screen there. It's not full throttle unless both wheels are ready and straight in the same line facing the next corner. It's not wise to accelerate too much in this one. Of course, I'm running traction control 0. Anti-wheelie is also on 0, I do believe. And oh, it might be on 1 actually. And engine brake is on 1. Now going into the left-hander of turn 12. A nice corner this one. Probably that's the most friendliest of this sort of twisty section. But this whole corner, the Teddy Ip and etc., they are smooth, consistent corners. So you do carry a lot of speed in there. But you just have to be prepared. You have to have the memory of obviously knowing what corner comes up next. It's a smooth, fast-flowing track. It's why I really enjoy this track so much. But I do believe a lot of people are going to say otherwise. Obviously, it's somewhat a stop and go, but I find it's more a smooth transition track. I like it. It's got the fast-flowing corners, and of course, there is still a lot of braking, but there's not that much hard braking. It's mostly just like 2/3 of braking compared to the full shebang. But in here, of course, brake with everything you've got. Brake with absolutely everything you've got to stop that motorcycle. The front tyre, you've seen it, has gone extremely warm because we went full front brake, full rear brake. And if you're struggling to find the sort of just turn, just the tilt to get into that really tough hairpin, use a bit of rear brake. Lock the rear brake if you have to, get the bike spinning, and then chuck it into the next corner. Might be a little bit of a difficult one to get used to for the novice players, but just bear with it and you'll get there, or just do a better line than what I was using. As we go into turn 26 for R, the final one. This is going to be a cracking lap, actually. It's going to be a 2:21.538. So I do feel the 220s are in range. We need to get about 5.5 tenths quicker. I do hope we can get into the 220s, because if we get close enough to the 220, like 221 ones, I'll be very disappointed. I don't like to be so close to the next increment. We're not getting it as we, oh my goodness, using every single bit of the speed of this Kawasaki to try and get into Mandarin then. Braking around the 200-metre marker, maybe 280, 210, or maybe 190. Anywhere around there is alright. Using a lot of front brake, using a lot of rear brakes. We're onto the left-hand side of the tyre, on the ragged edge of the Kawasaki ZX7RR, pushing it as much as possible. See that DrAce logo at the back there? It's hanging on for dear life because it's going thrash around here in Macau in this magnificent track. Flicking it right, braking on the upright position. If you brake or hard brake on a right-hand side of the tyre, of course you will lock the front and then lose it, so do be careful there. Now braking later than we did with the Ghost, or at least right on top of the Ghost now, as we go a little bit wide for turn 12. Get ready to flick it right here. We're down by 1/10.5 with the Teddy Ip, or Teddy 1P, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, I went for it anyway. Flicking it to left for turn 14, too much acceleration there, caused a little bit of movement on the rear tyre, but we're right on the rear now. We did go wide last time for that corner, now we flick it to the right. Trying different lines. I would say this has probably been one of my most inconsistent runs. I can't seem to get the same lap times going in, or I can't seem to get the same consistency and the smoothness like we did in the previous challenge in the Virginia race circuit, which was absolutely awesome, by the way. Thoroughly enjoyed that video. Now going into the very tight left-hander, brakes extremely late there. I'd probably say that was too much brake. That was braking too late, and we left it far, far too late. Braking here, a little bit up in the air there for the front brake. Now we're going to the right, using that rear brake to slide it into the bike. Turn to the right, look at Walcott. Oh my goodness, careful for the walls. I thought we were going to hit both walls there, but thankfully we We made it through unscathed, touched a little bit of the wall, but thankfully we're okay. Now going into the braking zone for turn 25, braking about the 100-metre zone there as well. Maybe 110 if you really want to, or if you're really late at the rail like Dovey, you can go brake at 90 metres remaining. As we now brake at the 100-metre zone for here for turn 26 for R. Is this going to be enough to get us into the 220s? I sincerely hope so. Coming across the timing line now, we get a 2:21.251. So not quite, but that will be it. So guys, that is it. Those are my 4 lap times. I'm only doing 4 today because of course the length of the track would take this video on too long if I were to do my current usual style, but there is my lap times. As you see, the ideal lap is a 2:29.81. Obviously the lap time to beat is a 2:21.251 when I set earlier on, but if you think you can beat the 2:29.81, show me what you've got. I can't wait to see you guys competing. Let me know how you get on in the Discord server or in the comment section down below. And there it is on the leaderboards. DrAce up by about 6 seconds to the guy in second place. I can't wait to see the aces fill up the leaderboard soon. Upon that note, guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note, guys, thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh, hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.